we're adding approximately 2 million cases. We mourn the loss of so many.
Sobrang depressing kasi yung nangyayari ngayon.
It is a time of great anxiety.
Sa inilabas sa survey ng social weather stations, umabot na sa 7.6 billion ang bilang ng mga Pilipinong nakaranas ng gutom nitong nakaraang 3 buwan.
A world trapped in unprecedented uncertainty.
We all hope to have a number of effective vaccines that can help prevent people from infection. However, there is no silver bullet at the moment, and there might never be.
But how can we fight an enemy we do not see?
Viruses are dangerous, and there are a lot of viruses also that can cause deaths in humans.
Hindi na makukuha sa dasal, sabi ko. Kumilos na tayo.
Devastating. We were caught by
Siguro po
surprise.
talaga naman puputulin natin. Durog na po ang mga puto ko sa paa. Manhid na ibo ang katawan ko.
Yung panganay ko yan.
Langit at lupa ang bumagsak sa amin dito sa Zambales.
The precursors are telling us that this might happen to us anytime.
The world was caught unaware by the coronavirus pandemic. COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by SARS-CoV-2, a newly discovered coronavirus that has killed at least 4 million people worldwide.
It's through droplet infection. Kapag ang isang tao na positibo sa virus na ito ay umubo, bumahing, suminga, o di kaya ay nagsalita man lang, lalabas sa kanyang bibig o sa kanyang ilong itong virus na ito, at kung siya ay may kaharap na tao, maari niyang maitransmit ang infection na ito.
COVID-19 is just one of about 10 nonilion viruses, or invisible intruders that hijack our healthy cells anywhere at any time. Viruses are in our environment, in insects and animals, and they can spread via body fluids. Imagine 10 nonillion enemies around us. That's 10 plus 30 zeros.
Viruses are microorganisms, meaning they cannot be seen by the naked eye. It needs a living cell or an organism to become a host so that it can thrive and survive.
A virus can harm us in different ways. Some cause common colds, flu, and warts. But some can be fatal. Viral infections like HIV/AIDS, dengue, polio, Ebola, and COVID-19.
Yung nga sa dila, hindi makakain. Hindi makain. Itim na talaga ang kuwan.
Itim ang dila.
The Philippines is no stranger to death due to viral infections, even before COVID-19 struck.
78 mangyan, karamihay mga bata, ang namatay dahil sa komplikasyon sa tigdas.
In 2001, death knocked on the doors of the Mangyan community, a native tribe of the Philippines, when their children were infected with the measles.
Tinawag nilang ugam-ugam ang sakit ng sanggol. Kailan lang na malaman nilang tigdas pala ito.
Yung talagang itim na talaga ang dila, kaya hindi makasuso, kaya namatay.
Nagkakaroon lamang umano ng komplikasyon.
Measles has plagued the Philippines for the past 3 decades. It is a viral infection that begins in the respiratory system and spreads to the body through the bloodstream. Infected patients can get mild symptoms like fever, cough, colds, and rashes.
Viruses can kill the planet if we are not really responsible in managing it and in preventing of getting it. It's a disaster.
Bakit po epidemic?
Usually, kagaya ng mga measles, yung tigdas, yan ay dapat tawag natin dyan sa World Health Organization, ay preventable disease. Now, sa kadahilan ng hindi natin napapatupad dito yung expanded program on immunization, kapag nagkaroon ng sakit, hawang-hawa yan, tabi-tabi. At idagdag natin yung katotohanan na ang kanilang nutritional status dito ay hindi masyadong maganda.
Proper nutrition, sanitation, education, and sufficient health services could have saved the Mangyan community. Instead, they relied on herbal medicines and rituals to heal them from disease.
Balunas no kadya kuyak manelwanina. Balunas no kadya kuyak manelwana mak.
The proven way to prevent viruses from inflicting harm are vaccines. Measles vaccines reached the Philippines in the 1980s. But it was only in 2010 that the immunization of infants and children against vaccine-preventable diseases was made mandatory. This means vaccines for some viral diseases must be given for free at any government hospital or health center.
Most of the antiviral drugs, they attack the responses of these viruses in the body, meaning you address and you manage the symptoms, and once you manage the symptoms, you will eventually recover from the sickness.
The drawback is that some viruses are tougher than most. The world's best scientists have yet to find a cure for dengue, a virus that's born and spread through a mosquito.
Hindi maaalis ang banta ng dengue hanggat hindi nawawala ang mga lugar na pwedeng pamugaran ng Aedes aegypti at hanggang hindi pa nakakahanap ng gamot sa sakit na ito.
Almost half of Filipinos are unwilling to be vaccinated against COVID-19. A large number of respondents said they don't want to be vaccinated because of safety concerns.
The Philippines has over 400,000 cases of COVID-19. More than 7,000 of these resulted in death. Public health experts say the pandemic did not have to be this bad if the virus was handled early and with urgency.
When we responded to this pandemic, our contact tracing efforts were not robust enough. Back then, we had the imported cases and then we had the first local cases, but we're still denying that we have local transmission. Most of the LGUs in NCR, the systems were not yet in place, they were not ready.
For now, the Department of Health, or DOH, is addressing the COVID-19 pandemic by trying to improve the country's health system.
In a matter of months, we already have almost 150 laboratories. Nakapag-hire tayo ng almost 9,000 healthcare workers para mapunan natin ang mga gaps natin. Magsuot ka ng mask, it would provide you about 60 to 80% protection. Magsuot ka ng face shield, it adds up. Mag-physical distance ka pa, naka-mask ka na at naka-face shield, it gives you 99% protection. And you wash your hands often.
Contact tracing, testing, and isolation centers of local governments also need to be operational and reliable. After COVID-19, who knows what's next? All we can do now is improve our country's preparedness for health emergencies.
Number one would be we have to strengthen our early warning signals. Early detection is key. Speed is the key in any response. No? Number two, we have to not only rely in one surveillance system, we should be advocating for multi-source surveillance system. Not only the Department of Health, not only the media monitoring, but we are taking into account all the other sources. And number three, right now we are in the mode of interagency mode, meaning the government is the lead agency, but active engagement, active contributions from the civil society organizations, from the private sector, and even from the general public in making decisions for this response.
We also need to change our mindset and be responsible for our own safety and for everyone around us.
This virus will be here with us for a longer time, for a longer period of time, but we have to learn how to live with it and how to adapt. on the situation.
We can fight what we cannot see, because at the end of the day, we are responsible for our own safety.